Hey guys, what's up? So today's video is going to be a first impression / review video of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I have heard many great things about it, so I can't wait to try it for myself. Now I have the color Cool Bone 66. So 66 or Cool Bone. I thought this matched my skin tone the best. And again, this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. And it costs about $35 to $38, I think. I bought this at the Estee Lauder counter in my local Bloomingdale's. And yeah, I'm just really excited to try it. So, it claims that it's for all skin types, but I have heard that if you have dry skin that you need to moisturize extra because it is matte, semi-matte to fully matte, like depending on how it is. It says it's 15 hours staying power, looks fresh and flawless through heat, humidity, non-stop activity. Won't change color, smudge, or come off on clothes. Lightweight and so comfortable you won't even believe it's long wear. Medium buildable coverage, won't clog pores, oil controlling, oil free. Fragrance free, dermatologist and ophthalmologist tested. I love the packaging, I think it's cute. The only thing I wish is that it would actually come with a pump. So I love the glass. It's very like harsh glass, so I think that if you do drop it on accident it won't break. I like the gold top. I just again wish it had a pump. It's a twist cap and that's how it works. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the demo now. Alright, so for moisturizer I'm using my Olay Fresh Effects Hydrating Gel Moisturizer, and I'm going to go ahead and put a ton on because I've heard it's very drying, the foundation, because it's matte. So therefore you should probably put plenty of moisturizer on. Next I'm going to be using my Olay Fresh Effects Eye Brightening Cream just because that's what I usually use next in my makeup routine, so go ahead and use that. And this has little rolling pins so you can just roll it on under your eyes, and I'm going to be plentiful again with this because I usually have really dry spots under my eyes as well. So and I don't put any on my lids because if you're using eyeshadow, you definitely don't want to do that because it'll slip right off. Next I'm going to be using MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. This is another primer. It's like a base, and this one I believe is in Radiant Pink because I have pink tones in my skin. So I'm going to again be very, very plentiful with this because it's very hydrating and it will help with the with the new foundation. So and the last part of my priming process is to use the Benefits the Professional. And I just take, you know, a little bit of this, not too much, about a dot, like a pea size. This much, and I rub it together with both hands, like the tips of my fingers here. And then I just put it in the areas where my pores are quite large, which is my nose, my cheek, under my nose, the center of my forehead and my chin, and sometimes I just expand out on my cheeks because my pores get big there too. Next I usually use some sort of corrector that cancels out the dark tones, like the dark circles under the eyes, which I don't have very many today, thankfully, but I'm still going to use it, so I'm going to use the Bobbi Brown. This is actually creamy concealer, not the corrector, but I wish I had the corrector, but I don't, so let's just go ahead. So basically I take, this is my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I just find it really easy to get to use for under eye concealer, so I just dip it into this a bit and just take it right under the eye and blend really well. It is quite harder to blend this because it's creamy, and you want to make sure it doesn't accentuate the lines, like the wrinkles under your eyes. That's why it takes a while to blend out. So then at the end, I just take my fingers and just keep blending it in. Fingers are the easiest tools, honestly. And now no more dark circles. So I'm gonna go ahead and try the foundation. So I'm gonna use my Sigma F80 flat kabuki brush. This is the foundation brush that I use for all of my foundations. It grabs the perfect amount of product and yeah, places it on the skin very nicely and blends really well. So I'm gonna put it right here. I'm gonna take, just a little bit. Make sure my hand's not dirty. That would be helpful, huh? I might have poured too much. We'll see. About this much. From what I can tell, the consistency is like medium, like it's not too thin and it's not too thick. I wouldn't exactly say it's lightweight from what I can tell right now. So I'm just gonna dab that and dab it all over my face. Ooh, it feels cool. I like that. I really do. Alright, yeah, I can already tell I'm gonna need to do a lot of blending. Covering up my blemishes quite nicely, and my redness as well. I really like that. But yeah, I see my pores quite a bit. Either the professional didn't work today, or I don't know, this foundation is not for people with big pores. And I'm just gonna keep blending. So far, I like the way it's making my skin look. Yeah, I can see what they mean by semi-matte, because it's not completely matte. Like if you're oily and you really want like a definite matte foundation, this one would be good, but it's not like your best friend. I really do like it though so far, but I'm just gonna keep blending. And I think the color is perfect for me. So if you have a cool tone skin, like with pink undertones, and you're really fair like me, you again want to go with the number 66 Cool Glow. And I think that once you set the foundation with the powder, it probably comes out a lot better. Usually setting foundations help. Alright, so I think that's pretty blended out. I'd say it gives a good medium coverage, and you can probably build on it. I don't really want to build on it right now because it was really hard to blend, and right now it's coming off with this consistency that I'm not sure I really like, where if I keep building on it, it might like rub off completely. Like, you know how when you rub your face too much and you literally rub a layer of foundation off and like you can feel it in your fingers? That's what I feel would happen right now. Just because my skin is like extra dry today. I can see, let me zoom in. I can see right here where I have my blemishes that it's creating like a dry patch that you can definitely see. Yeah, I don't really like that. So again, if you have dry skin, you definitely have to use a very hydrating moisturizer. Perhaps my moisturizer was not the best for this use. I don't like what it's doing right here, but other than that, I really like the way it looks on my nose, and my chin, and even my forehead. So I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup. I'm not going to film this part of it. I'm just going to do it, and I'll come back and show you my finished makeup look. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I am back with full makeup application. However, I do think that even after putting full makeup application that there are certain dry patches. So if you have really dry skin in certain areas, maybe this foundation is not for you. Just the mattifying aspect of it accentuates dry spots. Like right here I have a couple blemishes and my cheeks normally are always really dry. And you saw the amount of moisturizer I put on. It should not look this dry. If you look at me up close, even if I put the camera up close, you won't be able to see. But under the eyes and right here, you'll see that my pores are super giant and that it just looks really, really dry. So overall, I like the coverage of this foundation, but not so much what it does to my cheeks. Love what it does to my nose and my forehead, and like I said, I love the coverage and the feel of it in certain areas, but not on my cheeks. So that's just my opinion. Coming from a person with dry skin, you should take it with a grain of salt because you may not feel the same way if you buy it. That's kind of embarrassing to admit on the internet, but hey, I'm just gonna be open with you. I tried a different deodorizing soap. I believe it was Dove or something like that. But I've heard good things about this. It smells good.